When Paul spoke of rulers of this age, he was speaking to a culture familiar with power. The Jewish leaders, the Roman government, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, even Pontius Pilate himself, all represented visible authority. But behind the visible authority was something invisible. Scripture tells us that Satan is called the prince of the power of the air and the ruler of demons. Paul saw human systems as influenced by supernatural powers and forces. And he recognized that the crucifixion of Christ wasn't simply a political act, it was a spiritual confrontation. Now, some scholars argue that Paul was referring to human rulers, those of highest importance in the world. Others, like the German theologian Gerhard Kittel, he suggested Paul's use of the term actually connects to demonic entities mentioned in Daniel 7, for example. And in Daniel 7, we see spiritual beings that exercise control over nations. Now, the debate continues among theologians. And the question is, are these rulers demonic powers, or are they part of God's angelic hierarchy? Now, theologians once argued that these rulers were good angels celebrating Christ's victory. That's interesting. But not demonic enemies. But other scholars push back strongly, pointing out that Paul's writings describe these powers as hostile and in rebellion against God. And so Paul makes this even clearer in Romans chapter 8, verse 38, when he writes, "For I am convinced that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor rulers, nor things present, nor things to come will be able to separate us from the very love of God." In other words, these powers, they may be real, but they are not ultimate.